Your brain has two reward systems. Most people think they're the same. They aren't. The first makes you want things. The second makes you enjoy them. And they can come apart. The wanting system runs on dopamine. Dopamine is not pleasure. That's the popular version. It's wrong. Dopamine is anticipation. It fires before the reward. It's the feeling of a notification you haven't opened yet. The smell of food before the first bite. The moment before the result loads. Dopamine doesn't care what's on the other side. It only cares that something might be. And that might be is enough to move you. This is why the brain doesn't need a reward every time. It needs the possibility of one. Slot machines understood this before neuroscience did. The enjoying system runs on opioids and endocannabinoids. These are the chemicals that make the reward feel good once it actually arrives. The warmth after a good meal. The calm after connection. The satisfaction after finishing something hard. This is liking. And it lives in different circuits than wanting. Here's where it gets important. Wanting and liking usually move together. You want food, you eat it, you enjoy it, the loop feels unified. But they can separate. And when they do, you get the most exhausting experience a human can have. Wanting something badly that doesn't feel good anymore when you get it. This is the architecture of addiction. It doesn't start there. It starts exactly where everything else starts. Reward. The drug produces something strong and immediate. The brain learns, this predicts pleasure. Dopamine stamps in the loop. The cue, the action, the relief. But the brain is not passive. It adapts. With repeated use, the reward circuit becomes less sensitive. The same drug produces less pleasure. Natural rewards, food, connection, achievement, start to feel flat by comparison. The baseline shifts. This is tolerance, not just needing more to get high, needing more just to feel normal. And then the anti-reward system activates. The brain has a break side, circuits that fire when a reward is missing. That signal discomfort, disappointment, withdrawal. In a healthy brain, this system teaches you to avoid bad outcomes. In an addicted brain, it becomes overactive. Absence of the drug doesn't just feel neutral, it feels wrong, dysphoric, anxious, hollow. So use shifts. It's no longer about chasing a high, it's about escaping the low. The drug is no longer something that feels good. It's something you need to feel anything at all. And the wanting system keeps firing through all of this. That's the cruelest part. Liking drops, tolerance builds, the pleasure flattens, but wanting stays strong. Sometimes it grows stronger because the cues are still there. A time of day, a smell, a place, a feeling. And the brain learned deep in its circuitry that those cues predict relief. So dopamine spikes on the cue alone, before the drug, before the decision, before willpower even has a chance to show up. You keep chasing not because it still feels good, but because the brain remembers that it did. And because not having it now feels like pain. Wanting without liking. Craving without enjoyment. Pursuit without arrival. The full progression looks like this: reward. The brain learns the loop. Tolerance builds, pleasure blunts, wanting grows stronger as liking weakens. The anti-reward system activates. Use shifts from seeking pleasure to avoiding pain. Dependence. What began as "this feels good" becomes "not having this feels unbearable." This matters beyond addiction. Because the same mechanism, at a milder scale, is running in ordinary life. Endless scrolling, compulsive checking, food you don't enjoy but can't stop eating, entertainment that leaves you emptier than before, the wanting system sensitized by cues, the liking system slowly blunted by overuse, the anti-reward system quietly activating every time you try to stop. You don't have to be addicted to be caught in this loop. So what do you do with this? First, stop confusing wanting with liking. The urge to check, scroll, snack, seek is not evidence that the thing is good for you. It's evidence that your brain learned to predict a reward. The prediction and the reality are not the same. Second, reduce the cue, not just the behavior. Willpower works on behavior, but the cue is upstream. If the cue triggers dopamine before you've made a decision, willpower is already late. Remove the phone from the room. Change the environment. The cue is where the habit lives. Third, protect your liking system. The things that give deep enjoyment, presence, connection, effort, creation, are slow and require patience. They don't spike dopamine the way novelty does, but they satisfy in ways novelty never will. A brain flooded with wanting loses its ability to feel liking. Slow down long enough to actually enjoy what you have. The brain was built to pursue rewards. That drive kept humans alive for thousands of years. But the modern world hacked it. It gave the wanting system infinite cues and shallow rewards. Enough to keep you chasing, never enough to make you feel full. Understanding the difference between wanting and liking won't fix everything, but it will show you exactly where you're being played. So here's the question I want you to sit with. What's one thing in your life right now that you're chasing, but no longer enjoying? Not because it's bad, but because your wanting system learned to predict it, and your liking system forgot how to feel it. Maybe it's scrolling. Maybe it's a habit. Maybe it's a goal you thought would make you happy, but now just feels like another thing on the list. You don't have to answer that out loud, but notice it. Because the moment you can see the difference between wanting and liking is the moment you stop being played. Thanks for watching. If this changed how you see your own brain, share it with someone who needs to hear it. I'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe.